I created a small design to make a point, and we'll use different medias in addition to threads. You don't have to cover everything with stitches, but the image will still look finished. We will use paint and fabric instead of threads. One of the benefits of this approach is it's so much faster, but thread tension is still important, for painting too. The first version is made only with threads, so we will have something to compare to and know how much time it took. While making stitches, comment how long it will take. It would be interesting to see your estimations. If you're not subscribed to my channel, that's the time to click that button. I want to thank my patrons for their support and giving me an idea for this video. I have a monthly patron program on my Patreon page. Usually patterns are pretty detailed, and it can be hard to complete one each month. I don't want to limit anyone with the choice of materials and include pastel or watercolor as the only choice. So I decided to make a video show several options so every person could choose what they like and use it in the future projects. You can become my patron too, by the way. Depending on the tier level, you will have different benefits. Behind-the-scenes content, early access to the videos, articles with tips and tricks, and monthly patron. And even more, the patrons decide what subject we embroider. I'll leave a link in the description. Hope to see you there. So, it took me 2 hours. Very close in your estimation. Let's explore other materials. Pastel dye sticks for fabric by Pentel. Use it on a stretched and washed fabric. To make colors permanent, iron them, but before ironing you can wash off almost all color. Nice part about them is that you can blend the colors and don't need water. The downside is that there is not a big choice of pastels for fabric and regular pastel is dusty and not permanent. Showing how the white color looks. On the left is piece made with fabric pastels, and on the right with regular pastels, the colors already leaving. Keep in mind that when you embroider over the hoop, you emphasize the inner hoop. To avoid this effect, use a bigger hoop. The next are textile markers. They can be really different and the colors are usually permanent and have to be set with heat iron. You can kind of blend colors as well. I can't recommend one specific brand. Just choose the colors you like and experiment. The next media is acrylic colors. It makes solid, bright colors. Let's look at them on fabric. It's not my favorite media, but mostly because I didn't use it much yet. I also have acrylic contour. Fun thing is you can make voluminous outline. Acrylic colors make fabric very dense, but it's easy to solve. Use acrylic fabric medium. Mix it on a palette with colors and it will make them lighter. You can also use it to make any colors permanent on fabric, for example, watercolors. And this is our next media. Fabric medias can be different, read the instruction first. Some have to be heat set and some don't. Let's mix some watercolor with fabric medium. Watercolors are tricky. To control them, you need to control the water. It also depends on fabric. The denser it is, the less bleeding you'll have. My fabric is dry and I have a lot of water in the brush. And you see how the color spot gets bigger and bigger, and I don't even touch it anymore. This time I have less water, but still a lot. Didn't add water this time as the spot is where I painted it. And of course you can blend watercolors. I forgot to film one more way to use watercolors, but I'll at least mention it. You can wet the area you need to paint, gather just color in your brush and apply. This would also help to stop watercolor from bleeding. This took me 15 minutes, now we wait until it dries. The next media is fabric. Instead of stitching the sky, cut it out of the fabric. Use printed image or screen for tracing. I use iPad with turned on guided access. Trace. Cut, leaving small seam allowances. The next piece will overlap this one. Same for the rest of colors. Since the pieces are small and it's not very comfortable to hold them while stitching, I'm going to use aqua glue marker by Prim. It will dissolve in water afterwards. Outlined frame will help to secure pieces of fabric. I'm using the same stitches as for the first sampler. It took me 1 hour 22 minutes. "16 more minutes and in total it took 31 minutes to make." Yes, it has less embroidery than all other options, but it still looks nice and you can embroider more elements if you want. I planned to stop here, but the visit to the craft store interrupted. I bought watercolor pencils. They are not made for fabric, but with fabric medium we can make them permanent. For this version of sampler I outlined every element. Pencil, while painting dry, behaves like a pencil. When you add water, it behaves like watercolor. Or you can wet fabric first and paint after. Colors blend well enough. And to make sure the colors won't go away. I saw experiment of application of the fabric medium before or after, and the result was pretty much the same. So this way it took me 41 minutes. I wanted to show that one design can be made in a variety of ways and you can combine drawing and stitching in any proportion. Hope this will inspire you to try new medias. Write in comments which sample you like the most. Thank you for watching, hit the like button and share with fellow embroidery lovers. Subscribe to the channel and see you in the next video!